after you land, once you're well settled in and you're fine, you've eaten, you're happy to go, ready to start going to school, there are steps that need to be taken. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It feels so good saying this. I hope you enjoyed the last video and it was able to answer like most of the gray areas that you might have had before. But if you have any other questions, please drop me a comment and I'll be ready to assist you and answer your questions, any questions that you might have, to the best of my knowledge. So today's video, like I mentioned in the last video, today's video is going to explain the step-by-step process that you need to take getting into Germany as a student. What next, what happens. So if you are when you get to the airport and you're excited, I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm in Germany, so what next? What do I need to do? This first off, once you go for your appointment and you get your visa, it's advisable that you get an apartment. So as a student, you're not financially capable yet, so it's advisable to apply for like a WG on WG. So WG is like a shared apartment in Germany, so that's what students mostly go for because they are relatively affordable than the regular houses. So register on WG, so that's when you have like your visa at hand. So it's advisable that you'd have gotten like a contract signed on the WG website, which I'll be linking in this video as well. So have your apartment ready for you. So you can either go for like a WG or you can go for a temporary Airbnb, even if it's going to be more expensive. But you need to have, in Germany, address is very paramount. It's very mandatory to living in Germany, because even without your address, you can't sign some contracts. You can't even open a bank account without an address. You can't even apply for a residence permit. So address is very, very important once you get into Germany. So address registration. So the next step after you land, once you're well settled in and you're fine, you've eaten, you're happy to go, ready to start going to school, there are steps that need to be taken. So your landlord would have to give you what is called a Wohnung. I'm going to butcher this name, but please bear with me. It's more like a confirmation that you live in the apartment, but in German it's called Wohnung Bestätigung. Just like an apartment confirmation. Wohnung is apartment. So an apartment confirmation from your landlord that yes, you live in this apartment. Without this paper that the landlord is giving you, this confirmation, it comes in form of a paper, a document. Germans love papers a lot. Once you have that confirmation from your landlord that, okay, you live here, you are going to go to the next step. So the next step is applying or registering your address. So this is very, very important. So this process is called Anmeldung. Within 14 days of moving into your apartment, you need to register your address at the citizen's office this process is called Anmeldung. So for this appointment, for this process, you need your passport, your international passport, your visa, your rental contract. Once you get like an apartment, so like your WG, or maybe you got like a temporary Airbnb, you'd have already signed a contract. So you need that contract, you need your visa, you need your international passport, and you need that confirmation form, the paper I mentioned earlier, from your landlord for the Anmeldung process. So after registering at the citizen's office, they're going to give you a paper called Meldebescheinigung. Keep this paper very, very safe because you are going to need it for a lot of things in Germany. Please do not misplace this paper. So with that, the registration of your address is done, but you're still not done yet. So the next step is to get your tax ID. For the tax ID, you don't need to register on any website. Once your Anmeldung is done, so the next step would be getting your tax ID. So the tax ID will be dropped in your mailbox automatically. So you don't need to apply for it. You don't need to register for it. It's a step-by-step process. This tax ID becomes very, very important when you start working. So after registering your address and after getting your tax ID, the next thing is that students usually do is open a bank account, a German bank account this time around. So like I mentioned previously in my other video about the blocked accounts that you have opened, that was done with lifeingermany. lifeingermany is a company that does like the lock account. So you are going to, for the German bank account, you are now migrating into the German system by opening a German bank account. So there are different banks you can open an account with, like Deutsche Bank, N26, Commerzbank, and the likes. So for this process, for you to open your bank account, you need your passport and your registration certificate. That's the registration certificate you got from the Anmeldung process. So once the German bank account setup process is complete, the money that was inside your blocked account, like the fixed amount, will start coming into your bank account on a monthly basis. That's the fixed amount from your blocked accounts that you opened while you were in Nigeria. It will start coming into this, your new bank account, on a monthly basis. So the next step after your bank account is your health insurance. Like I mentioned in the previous video, you need your health insurance. It is very mandatory. So the most common health insurance that we have are TK, DAK, and the like. So you need to have your health insurance before you begin your enrollment at your university. It is very, very mandatory. It will be confirmed digitally on their system. So if you don't have one, you cannot be enrolled at your university. So it is very important that you have your health insurance opened and ready to go before your enrollment begins in your school. So I know you've gotten the admission letter from your school and everything, but it doesn't automatically mean you're a student yet. You need to start a process called the enrollment, like I mentioned. In German, it's called the immatriculation. So that's the immatriculation step, which begins your enrollment at the university. So this enrollment enables you submitting your final documents, like any documents that they require, and also paying your semester contributions that you need to pay as a student. So until that is done, your enrollment cannot be complete. So once the enrollment is done at the university, a student ID is generated for you. So once the student ID is generated, it also comes with a student ticket generated for you, which will ease your transportation, because transportation is relatively very, very good and affordable in Germany. So a student can move with ease on the U-Bahn and also your buses and everything. So that's the transportation system in Germany. So after the student ID is generated, you're still not done. I know it's a long process, but please bear with me and stay with me. I'm just trying to put you through the entire process so you don't miss a step. Remember, you got like a student visa from Nigeria. Please note that this visa, your student visa, is only valid for 3 to 6 months, and you need to apply for a residence permit at the foreigners office. Since you know that your student visa is valid for 3 to 6 months, please don't be a procrastinator and wait till it expires before you start applying for your residence permit. Start applying as quickly as possible. So because in some cities like Berlin, like Munich, it's very difficult to get appointments, and it's not like it's difficult. There's always like a backlog of appointees they need to answer before they get to you. So please don't wait till it's last minute before you apply for your residence permit. Please note that you're going to need your visa, your passport, your registration certificate. Remember, we got it from the Anmeldung process. Your proof of your university enrollment. Remember that you got a student ID. So that's like proof for this process to begin. You also need your health insurance proof as well. Then also your blocked account and also your biometric passport photographs. So once all this is approved, they'll send you your residence permit card. It comes in form of a card. It's called Karte in German, which is valid for 1 to 2 years. So now that you're fully registered, you're happy, you're good to go, you've applied for your residence permit, you're happy, and you want to start working. This is what you need to know about working as an international student in Germany. You're allowed to work 120 full days or half days, 240 days, half days in a year. I don't know if I explained that correctly. 120 full days or 240 half days if you're working half days in a year. And this is clearly stated on your residence permit. So you see many students today, they work part-time at restaurants, at bars, at even companies. So if you're a tech enthusiast or you're a tech guru, you might be lucky enough to get like an internship position at a tech company in your city in Germany. But please note that as a student, even though you can work, you need to know that you're there to study and not to work. So please don't abuse it and try to study more and work less. I know we all need money. Don't go overboard with what was clearly stated on your residence permit. And once you get into Germany as a student and you're excited, and like I mentioned in my previous video as well, that you can also take courses in English. Please don't say because you're taking courses in English, you don't need to learn German. As a student, please, as much as possible, I'm begging and pleading, try and attend German classes once you start school, because trust me, it's going to help you long term in the future with getting your permanent residence and other perks that you would get at the end of the day. So please try and attend German classes alongside your school as well. So even in school, you can join different groups, you can join friends in order to like just practice your German. You can attend the Goethe Institute just to sharpen your skills, because trust me, it's going to help you in the future. The earlier you start, better your life would be, even with getting jobs. Don't believe all those people that just tell you that, oh, you can live in Germany without the German language. You can, quite all right, but learning the German language puts you way ahead of other people that don't want to learn. See me, I'm talking. I've not started. My German is still very, very basic, but I'm looking to expand my knowledge as well. You can also use apps, different apps for your learning. I currently use Duolingo and Busu, so those are the apps that like help me with just sharpening my skills. So with all this that I mentioned, you're already settled into Germany, so you need a SIM card. So there are different SIM cards that you can get. The address registration is a prerequisite for even getting your SIM card, ordinary SIM card. So it's that important. You can always get from different supermarkets like Lidl, like Aldi. So once you get your SIM card and you already have your ticket, your ticket pass, you can always move around easily within Germany, explore the city, explore other cities as well. Also, please note that you would be receiving like lots of mails on your post boxes. Please always check your post box. Don't leave it till last minute. Don't miss out on letters being sent to you. Please always check your post box. So with all of this, once you get into the system, Germany is very cultured. They take documentation very seriously. You'd start getting used to the system, the language, culture. There are a lot of culture shock moments, but it's normal for every country. So with all this, you would be able to ease into the system. It might feel overwhelming at first, but trust me, once you get into the system, you're good to go and you would definitely thrive in Germany. In summary, the things that you'll be focusing on once you get, I'm going to highlight them, that you'll be focusing on in Germany once you move to Germany are accommodation, your address registration, bank account opening, health insurance, enrollment at your school, residence permits. And once you have all this, you're good to go. You're happy, you're excited. So I hope I've been able to help you in this video. I try to make it as basic as possible for you to easily understand and learn about the entire process. I hope I've been able to help you and not to confuse you more in this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Before I go, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.